Hello, in this video we'll talk about the worksheet and how accountants use it. Financial information that is prepared by accountants is used by others, such as owners, managers, employees, creditors, investors, customers, and tax authorities to make important decisions. Now, financial statements are only useful if they're accurate and prepared timely. The preparation of the worksheet, the fourth step in the 9-step accounting cycle, helps speed up the process of preparing the financial statements and ensures the timeliness of the financial statements. If the company has accounting software such as QuickBooks, NetSuite, or SAP, the manual preparation of the worksheet is no longer necessary. Instead, the adjustments are entered as general journals with a specific code that identifies these journal entries as adjustments in the accounting system, and the accountant can then generate from the system the worksheet. In this video, though, we'll cover the manual preparation of the worksheet. This is what the worksheet looks like. It has the header at the very top, Eli's Consulting Services, underneath the worksheet and the time period. The worksheet has 5 sections: the trial balance, debit and credit column, the adjustment section with a debit and credit column, and the adjusted trial balance, the income statement, and balance sheet sections. The worksheet is not a formal financial statement. It's only a tool used by the accountant to eventually prepare the financial statements. So let's look at it step by step. The starting point is the account name column. We enter all of the account names into that column, and don't forget to also add those that perhaps don't have current activity in them. We'll need them because you're going to record adjustments for those accounts later. You enter the balances from the general ledger accounts into the trial balance columns. You tally up all of the amounts in the trial balance debit column, then tally up all of the amounts in the credit column of the trial balance section. If you've done everything correctly, meaning you transferred the amounts correctly, the totals for the trial balance columns should be equal. And at the end, you place a double rule under each trial balance column to show that the work in that column is complete. So let's do that together. All right, here we go. So first we'll enter all of the GL account names for Eli's Consulting into the account name column. Here I already added 4 new accounts that I know we'll need later because we will record adjustments that impact these accounts. These accounts are accumulated depreciation, supplies expense, rent expense, and depreciation expense. You might need additional accounts if there are additional adjustments to record. You can either leave enough space to write in the names of the accounts that you will need later, or you can add them at the very bottom. The next step is to look at each T account and transfer the balance like I've done here for the cash account. The cash general ledger account has a debit balance of $111,350, and we'll transfer that amount to the debit column of the trial balance. Then we'll complete that process of transferring the general ledger account balances for all of the other general ledger accounts. In step 3, we'll enter all of the debit and credit column amounts into the trial balance section and add up all of the amounts in each column. You can see that the debits equal the credits in the trial balance column because both columns show $150,500. If the debit column does not equal the credit column, you have likely entered a general ledger balance into the wrong column or transposed a number. As a starting point, I would look at the difference between the total debits and the total credits and see if the number is divisible by 9, which would mean you transposed a number. If you can't quickly see where you made a mistake, you will have to go back and look at each general ledger account to find the mistake. You can't proceed with the adjustments until the debit total equals the credit total. But once it does, we'll place a double rule under each trial balance column, which is step 4, to show that the work in that column is complete. The next videos cover entering the adjustments into the adjustment section and the completion of the worksheet. So please continue with those videos to learn about the rest of the process of preparing the worksheet.